Welcome to Flip Your Chips. Let's grow.
Hey, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Welcome to Flip Your Chips podcast. Here's not just about the ROI in dollars, but also the ROI in life. Achieving one without the other is like a half flip coin. We're here to bridge the gap, offering tips, tools, and resources in finance and entertainment. Let's flip those chips and make every investment count. What's up, sis? Talk to us today. How you doing?
Dripping, I'm splashing, I'm dashing, I'm
Stay hydrated. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah, you feel me? Flip Your Chips brought to you in part by Tide Water. Stay hydrated. But I'm I'm blessed by the best. I miss you. I just want to let our supporters know that I was about to break up with her. This long distance relationship, it's too much on me. In a long distance relationship, all you have is communication. But she just been too busy flipping her chips.
Oh no!
Yeah, Blue Chips Academy students. But my bad. How you doing?
I was all right, but now you know. I'm good though, man. I'm good. Sometimes when it's like a little period of us not talking, we know that we both getting stuff done.
Yeah.
And we get now because that's what we do. We get it done.
Yes,
so let's get into it. All right. So let's tap into the Tikoon tips. I haven't heard it in a while and I need to hear. Talk to me. What's the Tikoon tip?
Tikoon tips is I take Zelle, Cash, Apple Pay, Venmo.
Don't forget Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, Ethereum, all that. I take those. So that's the tip for this week. If you want to tip Taz, I take all types of tips. All money ain't good money, but you can tip me in every way. But on a serious note, my Flip Your Chip. I'm tripping. My Tikoon tip. You got your own tips. My Tikoon tip is to stay uncomfortable. It's so interesting in a world where I feel like that's what we're all trying to get to, right? Comfortability. Yeah. And when I was, shout out to my life coach, talking to her, as I've been ascending and growing mentally, spiritually, I felt like physically, I needed to catch up to where I was mentally. And I heard Kevin Hart say in the interview, why do you like being around people that work out a lot? He said, because you can see that they're disciplined. And I thought to myself, when you look at someone's body, you can't be like, you can't cheat that. Like you see that. Anytime you go out, somebody's in shape, that t-shirt is hugging that arm, you can see it. And when he said it, it made me think that, okay, I know I'm disciplined, but I want my body to be a reflect. I want to look in the mirror and be like, yeah, I see that discipline. I see that you've been in the gym. So what does that equate to? Being uncomfortable and doing things that most people won't. So I look at it like this. In life, just like trading, you're gonna have good days and you're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have uncomfortable trading days and comfortable trading days. So why do we wait for comfortability to come to us? Uncomfortability to come to us, why don't we chase it? So my theory was that, okay, if it's gonna rain and I'm gonna take a L, why not get in the uncomfortable? Let me go take a cold shower. Now let me go do hot yoga, 150 degrees, I can do that. Let me fast for a week. So when I say stay uncomfortable, if you condition yourself in uncomfortable, Jalen Brunson, shout out to him for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson's dad going crazy for the Knicks, craziest NBA season. His dad played for the Knicks. I watched the interview recently, and his dad had access to a completely state-of-the-art basketball arena, whatever. Yeah. And in the summer, when he said he wanted to be an NBA player, he said, how bad you want it? Real bad. He made Jalen Brunson work out in the summer in the heat outside. And he was like, yo, dad, you got this gym. He said, if you could play basketball out here, you could play anywhere. And when I heard that, I'm just like, damn, as much as I want a comfortable lifestyle, I'm going to have to do uncomfortable, credible things. I mean, I act like I'm doing anything that's out of my character. So when I say be uncomfortable, don't be outside busting it open. Like, that's not what I'm saying, y'all. Like, let's not take my words for face value. Like, I'm not saying just go do uncomfortable shit. I'm within reason, okay? Niggas gonna task somebody to get uncomfortable. But
it ain't uncomfortable for all, but go ahead.
Right, but like, you want it like this? Like, but nah, so and this happened to me just this week. And I had a synchronization confirmation from my life coach, and she said that her coach told her to take ice baths. And I'm thinking to myself, everybody ain't trying to take ice baths. I took a cold shower yesterday, like, what the hell? But when I get in cold environments and if I got to perform or I got to be in a position, I can adapt to the cold. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to feel like I don't know how to survive. And I think that's why you have Marines and different people. Think about boot camp and why the military goes through that, because you just never know when you got to prepare. So yeah, as much as we're chasing a comfortable lifestyle, from time to time, make yourself uncomfortable. I challenge everybody once a day to do something uncomfortable. Talk to that stranger, take that cold shower. And because if you get used to doing something uncomfortable once a day, when life gets uncomfortable with you ain't gonna be like, I done been in an ice bath. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, not to make that long with it. My tycoon tip: stay uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, that's really good. I mean, initially, if you're not mature enough to understand that being uncomfortable is an opportunity for growth, then you kind of shy away from it. But when you know that every time that you're uncomfortable, and uncomfortable in a perspective of like it's connected to what you're trying to accomplish, right? So for you, taking an ice bath, that's conducive to you working out and taking care of your body, right? So in this perspective, like when I get uncomfortable, I'm gonna be real, like it's irritating.
Nigga, you like my eyes twitching like when I get uncomfortable.
Right? But look, when I get uncomfortable, it's irritating because I know that I have to adjust, I have to figure stuff out, and I'm already doing a lot, right? But at the same time, I'm excited because I'm like, all right, now I'm about to learn something new, or I'm about to, embark into something that's new. So I'm like, it's like bittersweet, I guess you would say. Yeah.
It's interesting because as stoic as you are, I don't know if you were uncomfortable, you one of the cold, you wouldn't break a sweat in hell. Should be the hottest nigga in hell, no sweat. You going to heaven though. But I'm just saying, like, I've never seen you sweat. I don't even know if your glands work. Like, but like, so when you say, when I get uncomfortable, like, do you notice it only, or do you like, is it obvious? Because you so poised, your stature is very different. So I'm like, what does your uncomfortability really, I think
I feel it. My body feels it. My mind, I get like anxious a little bit, or like nervous, stuff like that. But from the outside, it's more like, it looks like I'm trying to understand it, but I'm really like,
you're psychological.
Freak it out.
Like, what's happening
right? So I might be like this. Like,
if I ever see you look like that, get your uncomfortable.
Come in, we need to talk, right? So yeah, right. So from you, it's like, okay, she taking it in, she learning. From my perspective, I'm like, oh my God, all right, so let me I'm thinking about all the possibilities that can happen. Like, and then I'm like, okay, all right, just do it. Like, even if you're scared, even if it doesn't feel comfortable, just do it, because this is opportunity and this is a test. And I like to ace my test. So
yeah, ace, that's a nickname. Don't forget that. Before we move on to the next topic, what was the last uncomfortable thing you did? Oh, I'm about to start making that a question. Like, what's the last uncomfortable thing you did?
The last uncomfortable thing that I did was a big opportunity was presented to me recently, and a part of me, because it's uncharted territory, wanted to retrace from that, but then the other side of me was like, this is presented to you for a reason, so be open-minded enough to at least see what it's about. And so the uncomfortable part was trusting the process, even though I don't know what to trust yet, if that makes any sense.
In the process.
So like,
not the person you don't trust, you're trusting was it like, what didn't you trust?
The people are involved in the process, so that is a part of the process, but also like myself as well, like trusting myself, like with handling a new situation that I'm not used to.
Ooh, hold on, wait a minute. But this might be another episode, but let me stop that genius ass statement. Do we invest more time in wondering, can I trust them or do I trust me? Because it's all perspective, because you just said I gotta trust me. But I feel like I don't trust them niggas. But okay, let's take the power out of it, huh?
He said I don't trust them niggas. But
yeah. You don't trust them. No, you really felt that shit. I don't trust them niggas. But I think that it's more empowering to be like, yeah, I may not trust you, but I trust me. And if you focus more on who you can trust, then it doesn't matter who you can't.
That's powerful. And to be real, the only way you learn how to trust yourself is by trusting God. And that's the ultimate power right there. So really, being uncomfortable is just a test of your faith in
Trusting God. God, dog. Go. Amen.
So when you're disobedient to uncomfortable situations, you're literally telling God you don't trust him. I just taught myself a lesson just now in this conversation. I got some stuff I got to do after this now. All right, come on, let's go.
It's a real wake up
That's
call.
heavy though.
Like, I have no desire to trust man. I know who I can trust, but as long as I trust God, God is gonna tell me who I can trust.
He's gonna do it.
Taking the power out of man. I don't trust niggas. I don't trust niggas. That's the problem. We wasn't supposed to trust niggas. We supposed to trust God to give us the discernment on who to trust. Not I just trust India. Which is a great thing to trust, but it's like, no, I need to trust the Most High. So let's stop this. This is like debunking so many colloquialisms. I don't care. Everybody has, in God, what does the money say? In God we trust. It might as well say in man we trust, because that's who we get mad at. I can't trust that nigga. No, the real issue is you didn't have the discernment because God tried to tell you, but you was too busy trying to trust him instead of trusting him.
You trusting the wrong him.
And it could be a hymn that you might need to start singing. Do you?
And you thinking, what's that thing of it? He would be like, I'm him. No.
Oh, he him. He him. Can the church say amen?
Big facts. Yeah.
Oh, this one of them ones.
Yeah.
Chips and dip coming soon. New segment. Okay. Sis, tell me to flip your chips tips.
Okay.
Damn.
All right. So, what really helped me, and of course, I like to share this stuff that helps me in my process, is being objective. And of course, I mean, everything I talk about in trading is applicable to life, right? But being objective, like, you're not always going to be right. And that's okay. You gotta let it go. Like, trying to be right all the time will literally, like, it will hold you back from saying what's right. You thinking you're right, but you're missing what's right. So if that was an eye-opener for me this week, because I have this strategy that works. It works, right? And it works most of the time. But this week I had to make some adjustments because the market was different, right? So I had to let go of trying to be right, or what I think is right, and adjust what I already know to what's going on.
Oh, that sounds like you said let go and let who?
Just let go.
No, but you let go and let who?
Oh, and let God.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because if you're talking about not trusting them and trusting him, then if you go back to the quote, it's let go and let
God. Yeah. Yeah. So don't get caught up in being right all the time. Matter of fact, don't get caught up in that. Shouldn't be your mission anyway.
Because if you're worried about being right, you're gonna get left.
And you're gonna be wrong.
Right or wrong, left or right. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's my my flip your chips tips, right? So let's talk about the mogul moves. What's going on with the mogul moves this week?
Tell you what happened right here. So we out here just going back and forth. You know what I feel like today? I feel like Venus and Serena.
Right.
The way we just bop, 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 bop. Mm-hmm. So the mogul move today, shout out to the Venus and to Serena and Venus Williams. They are the first Black women to become owners of an NFL team. Their ownership in the Miami Dolphins is valued at an impressive $4.6 billion.
Let's go.
Let's grow.
Let's grow.
That
is amazing.
What? All this female sports empowerment from the WNBA, from Caitlin Clark to all, like, it is the year of
women are winning right now.
It's the year.
I love it.
Yes, and for them to make that coming from Compton, I didn't see their film with Will Smith that they
you gotta see that. It's good.
It was good. Oh, I love. I gotta watch the biopic. Just thinking about where they came from and what they represent, and just females owning a football team. It's like every time, because even Dawn Stanley, the lady that they said, I forgot how much money she was getting paid, but I feel like every time I see something like that, I know we're not chasing money, but every time I see something like that, the first thing I think of is what can me and Coach Blue do? Yeah. Like it takes the goal higher. Like we just said we was gonna start a sports agency. What? Yeah. We honestly, with all that's going on in sports, we about to. I'm gonna put that out there right now, because I stand for everything I say. We gonna have the biggest, baddest, #1 female. That's the focus. Female sports agency.
Yep.
And you know why it's females? Because we ain't fucking with the NBA. You know why? Because no boys allowed. Bars. It's WNBA. Win it. But no, but yeah, that's my move. I'm so excited right now. The internet.
Awesome, man. That just got me hyped. That just got me so hyped. I love that. Man.
I'm ready for our basketball clinic and everything we're about to be doing.
Yes.
Oh my God. But it sounds like the Venus and Serena are both getting tycoon rich. They get 4.6 billion. So I feel like if they get tycoon rich, I'm curious about what's going on with the tycoon rich people in the Blue Chips Academy. What's going on?
So it looks like a lot of tycoons are manifesting right now. In the past 2 weeks, we have a gains of like 36%. And we got about 15 plus students that's making around the same amount. So that's 15 different goals. That's 15 different walks of life. That's 15 different families being impacted in a powerful way. And that's just going to grow from there. You know what I mean? Because when people see those results, like when I report these numbers, people they don't believe it's real.
Real.
Like I share my live results, but they can see it in their own accounts. Like what I'm saying, they can confirm for themselves. And that's what makes this so powerful, because now we're all winning. We're all tycoons in our own way. You know what I mean? So I'm excited because this is about to grow ridiculously fast. And yeah, we're gonna have something really special for all the tycoons. So I'm excited, man. The community of tycoons.
I'm proud of you, and I go back to we just celebrated our 3-month anniversary of Flip Your Chips, and you were doing a lot of this before we even came together. So to see our growth individually, and to think about, I didn't know what the hell you were talking about January 18th, 2024. What the hell? Look at these charts and these candles. I like Yankee candles. What the fuck candles? What are you talking about? And then fast forward, I understand what you're talking about. I see the gains. I see the percentages. Personally, I cashed out today. You know what I'm saying? We've come a long way, but to be a student in your program and a friend, to hear what you're doing for other students, and to personally witness your testimony is amazing. Because it's like, I feel like, I don't know if the gift for both of us is that, I don't know what you see for yourself, but I think it's easy for me to see where you're going. And I wonder if it's the same for you when you look at me, when you be like, I don't think you see it. So it's like, when I'm looking at, like, oh, you've grown a lot. You've done a lot of uncomfortable things. You being on this Zoom is uncomfortable as hell. It was.
Yeah.
And that, going back to the tip, look at what somebody doing something uncomfortable. If y'all go back to episode 1, it's somebody that was uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable doing her program. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm an artist. We're in 2 different worlds. But now I'm comfortable, and I'm like, yo, risk that, trade that, what's up? You're watching 2 different people from 2 different worlds come together and do something uncomfortable for the greater good of being able to give you a lifestyle where you could be more comfortable. Chips Academy.
You gotta get uncomfortable to get comfortable. That's so true. Whew. So yeah, that's the tycoon. So I want to, by the end of the summer, I think we can have at least 500 tycoons.
How I agree with that. Much you got? How many you have right now?
15, well, 18 right now.
18
total, 18 Tikoons.
Oh,
But what's happening is now they have a track record of wins. Today, I had at least 3 to 4 of my students hit me up and say, "Hey, I want you to talk to 5 to 10 people about this."
So you said 18, right?
Yeah.
When did you hit 18?
When did I hit 18? What was that? A couple of days ago.
When did we start the podcast?
On the 18th.
When were you born?
January 18th. That's a definitive number right there.
That's why I'm just like, were you aware of what you were saying when you kept saying you're 18? There's something special about those 18 people.
Yeah,
it's gonna be more, but that there's some synergy around that.
Yeah.
Because 1 and 8 is 9, and 9 is divine, and it takes 9 months to make a life. You got to be born. I'm not even about to go that deep on the numbers with you, but I'm gonna say that I'm not surprised. I'm excited. I'm not surprised that you got 18.
Yeah.
And I guess I roll the dice, flip the chips on you any day of the week. I'd risk it all because of how much I believe in you, and I think that you live your truth. And when you are who you say you are, you don't have to chase. You don't have to, it comes to you. People are throwing money at you because you're true to who you are. Everybody, I got 5 more people. That happened today. The referral system of me talking about my life coach with you and my family is that when someone gets something amazing, they want to tell their friends, which means that the people that you're blessing are so impressed by you that they want to, I heard J. Cole say this, don't try to get 1,000, don't try to get 1 million fans, get your core 100. When you get your first core 100 people, you don't have to chase. The problem is we try to chase new customers. Your current customers are going to bring your new customers.
That's right.
And as long as you keep pouring,
the best one.
Yeah, and that's what's happening. Like at the end of the day, you didn't have to go and sell nothing else. Yeah. And all of your frontline people was like, Indy, I got somebody. Indy, I got somebody. Yeah. So I'm happy for you. And I'm
happy for you too. And you know, you play a major role in this process. And like we just said, like January 18th when we started this, completely uncomfortable. I always thought about it, but I was like, I'm not gonna pull a trigger because I don't need it, you know, but turns out I did. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't have done it without the push that you've given me. So I appreciate that because you know me, I like to be behind the scenes. I like to get stuff done, but I like to say it's done and you can take the credit. I don't care who take the credit, but it's done.
I put it to you like this. When you got mad love for somebody, some people will try to stop your grind and stop your shine. I know that you behind the scenes, and I think that it would have been a disservice to you as your friend, as your sister, as your business partner to let your greatness just stay inside. Nah. So what I saw in you and what you're doing right now is perfect. You're so dope. I'm glad that I can brag about you and tell you where to go experience you. I got this cool friend, but she don't come outside. Not saying you don't, but it's that there's somewhere to go to her trading psychology series, go to Blue Chips Academy. No different than if you were excited about me. Oh, I got this dope friend. She raps, she do this and that. I feel like, not that you were hiding, because I know you weren't, but it's like, it's challenging to promote yourself, but
okay, I was.
You was hiding?
I don't know if hiding was the word, but like I was very apprehensive to like really putting it out there to the world. So I don't know if hiding was the word, but I was still telling people, but the people that I was comfortable with telling.
Exactly. And you know what? If I would have never thought that. It's interesting that where you were apprehensive about jumping out there. And the first thing I said was, if you're going to jump out there, I'm going to stand right beside you. I didn't know what the fuck you were doing and talking about. But, at all. But if you think about it, you could have been having a cult. I'm like, yo, what, you want to do a podcast? But that's where my belief in you didn't. I'm like, I know you got something. So, yo, whatever we doing, I'm here.
Yeah. And I appreciate that support because look how much we've done in 3 months. So by the end of the year, y'all gonna be, we gonna be brand new. We go on the shit. We gonna be having shades on. Sitting on the beach. Like, who these motherfuckers think they are right now?
Right.
Yeah, but nah, that's love, you know. So I appreciate that. And yeah, let's because we're talking about being uncomfortable. Like you said, when you put yourself in a position where you're uncomfortable, you grow. And when you grow, you build value. And when you build value, you don't have to chase, you attract. Right? So when you hear that statement, don't chase, attract. How is that significant in your life? Like, give us an example of that. And then also, what does that mean to you?
I don't chase, I attract. Is for one, we're electromagnetic beings. Yeah, we're spiritual, but we're magnetic. And when I say that, that means that we're all energy.
Yeah.
So when a negative person walks in the room, everyone feels that energy. That's because we attract. No one's chasing a negative person. No one's chasing a positive person. But I'm not saying that if a negative person walks in, you attract it. But energetically, we're all trying to attach ourselves to something. I want to be around somebody more inspirational, somebody motivational. And I think that once you get in tune with who you are, I've been out in LA and people will be like, yo, Taz, we got to go to Hollywood. Why? Because we got to go meet such and such. And I'm like, I'm not going to meet them. Yeah. But that's an example of you're chasing because you think that there's a person that's going to do something for you. Me, I sit home, I work on myself, I journal, I do different things, and I'm intentional about what I want to attract. There's nothing in this world that you can't have and can't do if you have the belief. You could look up every successful person. I was crazy. I was insane. I was driving by my dream house every day. I was going to the dealership. There ain't nothing that I have not manifested because I believed it. I think the big part of it was that my life coach is telling me about synchronicity. Right now in my life, I feel like I'm dancing with the universe. God is handling everything, but it's just slow dance. It's like I'm so certain about where I am and what I need to do that there's not an external thing. There's nothing in this planet. I'm chasing me. Yeah. I'm chasing God and I'm chasing me. I have nothing. I'm not trying to get signed. I'm not chasing nothing. I'm not chasing money. I'm chasing myself. And then in chasing myself, I attract the things that I need. And I think that's the problem. We chase the bag, we chase the person, chase yourself and watch what you attract. Yeah. That was hard. That was it.
Bam. Yeah, no, that's it right there. Like when you like people, especially like when people compare themselves to other people, you're not this is your walk, this is your journey, right? And the more that you pour in yourself, the more that you add value to you, it's like you said, that magnetic energy is going to organically attract to you. So if I want to be a better basketball player, one of the things that I'm going to do is get in the gym. When I'm at the gym, I'm going to be around other people that are working just like I am. I might run into somebody that can help me take me to the next level. I might be able to pull back. So it's all connected. But when you're like trying to go out there and let me, like for instance, if I'm a coach, I'm looking at the player that's over there working on their game by themselves. Because I know that regardless of what happens, that's something they want. Then nobody tell them to go out there and do that. They're out there because they want to be out there. And so when you want something bad enough, you go out there and you figure it out. And the right resources, everything else will attract to you because they can see where you're headed and they can see how serious you are about certain things. So, yeah.
When I heard you describe that, it made me think, when we started Ancestors, do you think we were chasing or were we attracting?
Definitely attracting. Things was happening that we didn't even understand.
Money coming out of, we would walk around with that notebook. We had this belief from the day I met you. Hey sis, I got this notebook. What do you think? I walked around every day and it's like, whatever that is, like carry that basketball, hold your journal. Like you gotta create not a ritual, but a routine around the thing you believe in. That's much so that it can come to fruition. Because the stuff that we did in that short period of time, we weren't chasing, we weren't trying to sell to people. It's like we became what it was. We rose up and became that. And I feel like individually, I think that's what's happening with you right now and myself.
Yeah.
This is creatures of habit. I think you're attracting everything that you have. What they say, you're some of the, You are the sum of the people you spend the most time with. So what's happening right now, because of your skills and your hard work, God is like, oh, you've been working on yourself? Let me send you the right people that need to work with you. Because you've been diligently working on you. So as you're trying to attract a relationship with me and attracting more skill sets, I'm gonna send you the people that support that. Because the only thing I noticed that's different is that you and I have upped our individual growth.
Yeah.
What ends up happening, they said that when you work on your relationship with self, it makes every other relationship better. Yeah. You can't go out here and be like, I want to be a better sister, a better mother, a better father. No, you got to be a better India, a better Taz, a better Coach Blue, a better Taz Tikoon. You got to be better. And once you become a better person, your relationships enhance. It's just like we said earlier. Why are you trying to trust niggas when you need to trust God? We're giving too much power to entities outside of ourselves, when in reality, if you want to attract the right thing, you only attract who you are. We are magnetic. So if you attract exactly who you are. And I notice right now in my life, and I don't know if you're experiencing this, a lot of people don't get access to my energy. And the ones that do, when I call you, nigga, who did you just run into in Calabasas? How many times have I attracted, I'm in Calabasas, I'm where the money at all day. You be like, nigga, who did you just meet? Yeah, nigga.
At this point, I just be like, oh, you saw Kanye today? Okay.
Lunch with Jay-Z in Malibu.
Right.
You wouldn't be shocked by it. But why? Because you are what you repeatedly do, and you attract who you are.
Yeah.
I think right now that it's just happening that the self-awareness is allowing you to realize that I think you know exactly who you are, so you're attracting the right people, but your discernment is like, yeah, you tried to get up in this circle, but nah, you ain't a part of it. Because even you said earlier, I got 2 situations. I don't know about this one, but maybe this one. You even know how to attract. You know what type of like that. I'm not gonna get into. I can't name drop too much. I can tell you what type of people I've been attracting. I'm like, if you don't take your broke ass, get your broken ass away from me. Like, for real, you gotta be bougie with your end. Do you find yourself being like, nah, like passive? I mean, I know you don't go out a lot in general, but do you find yourself being more reclusive, isolated, or less willing to give pieces of you because you need to pour into yourself? Because that's how I'm feeling. I'm like, no, you can't see me today. Like I'm so selfish with my self-work that I don't want to meet. I don't want to get to know you.
It's a work in progress for me because I struggle between helping you get to where you need to be, but also knowing when you're not trying to help yourself. So, for me, it's like after the second or third interaction with you, I can tell if I need to continue to invest my time. You feel me? Like
thank God we're still here. I'm so happy we're invested all this time.
So that's
3 months later, we see here.
Right. So that's the differential section for me, pretty much. Like I'm trying to figure out, okay, are you worth my time or not? And then if I feel like you on bullshit, then it's nothing for me to cut the ties. So I give people the benefit of doubt, and I think trust has to be earned versus given. So I gotta at least give you the opportunity to earn it, if that makes any sense.
That makes total sense. I got one final question before we wrap the flip up. If we're talking about we don't chase, we attract. You're making all this money with Flip Your Chips, Blue Chips Academy. How do you know if someone is chasing you because they think you're a bag, or they're attracted to you? Not you're in a relationship, so you know what I mean when I say that.
Yeah, my baby come knock me out. Go ahead.
Knock some shit over. Like that's not the question I'm asking. I love you. But if the person is like, yo, India, get into the bag, let me chase that.
Yeah.
Right? Or if you're attracting the 18 students you have, can you tell who's chasing you versus who's attracted to you as a teacher? And people knowing that what you get good at doing?
I can. And this is chess, not checkers, right? Because you ever try to go after something and realize you wanted something else, right? So in this case, some people might they might see the gains and they be like, oh, I want that. Or some people I want to learn that. Like So the people that come in and genuinely want to learn, I know that that's an attraction. The people that see the gains and they get excited about that might be a chase, right? But in the process, you learn so much more that you're attracted to the real value. So you can come in and either way, but the value, you cannot deny it, and you cannot get away from the truth. So
I'm not gonna hold you. That was a great question. I'm gonna tell Taz that was a great question.
yeah,
that was a great answer because I love how you were able to parallel the word chase and attract to the trading philosophy. There's nothing else to say about this episode. That was
a great question.
Yeah, thank you. That's why. Yeah, you're welcome. I had to just, I tracked that compliment.
Right.
But no, today was nothing short of amazing. I'm glad that we're working on our relationship and we don't have to go to therapy. I think we're gonna be okay. But put in the comments if y'all want to see India come and see me. Subscribe.
Yeah, in person. Y'all need a in live podcast from us. We're gonna do that.
Put that in the comments if y'all want to see us live, and make sure you go to bluechipsacademy.com.
Yep, that's right.
What's the promo code?
Flip your chips.
Your chips, and we got merch available. So if you guys want to go get some Tikoon Rich shirts, some Let's Grow shirts, some Blue Chips Academy shirts, make sure you go to flipyourchips.bigcartel.com. It's going to be at the end of this video. Subscribe, turn your post notifications, and you know what I'm saying? Tune in next Thursday. Love you.
Love you too. Catch y'all on the next one. Let's get it.